was riding home with a friend in his truck one day, and he started a conversation that I quickly realized the road ahead of us wasn't long enough to finish. In fact, we pulled in front of his garage. We parked and sat there in his truck for a long time, but what he was telling me was stories in the past of how someone had wronged him over and over again. And as he began to tell me each and every story, I began to see the pain in his eyes and in his facial expressions. And I realized in that moment he is reliving those moments right then. And I'm actually seeing the grief that it caused him. And I realized who he was talking about, so I stopped him after a while. And I said, man, that person that you're talking about has been dead for years now. It's not doing you any good to hold on to all this. You know, it's crippling you, it's crushing you. And I said, you're just going to have to let it go. As hard as it is, you're going to have to forgive him and let it go. And I remember going home that day after that conversation. Those words just kept echoing in my head. And I realized that I was, in a sense, talking to myself. Because if we're honest, how many of us have had somebody that wronged us, but we weren't ready to forgive, so we held on to it. And when you do that, you're putting shackles on yourself. You're crippling yourself. You're causing yourself more grief. So it's important that you forgive, because when you forgive that person, you're releasing those chains of bondage. And I want to read this verse to you. It's Ephesians 4, verse 31 and 32. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander be put away from you, along with all malice. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you.